are all celebrating some of the small returns to normalcy as certain pandemic restrictions ease up, like being able to get our nails done, still haven't done that, and expanding our bubbles. But for many, the months in isolation weren't all bad. So I want to bring everyone in here now to ask, what will you miss most when things go back to, I'm going to say quote unquote normal, because I don't know the kind of normal we're going to go back to, but I'm going to start with Zehra. Zehra, what are you going to miss?
I'm going to miss lazy family mornings where we just hang out, we eat breakfast, take our time, and we've been doing movie night almost every single night, so I'm going to miss those two things when things go back to normal and we have a little bit more of a schedule.
I love movie night. So our new thing is we do it on Fridays, and I'm like, we're gonna keep that. Like, we'll keep that going. Maybe not every night, but for sure on Fridays. I love the family time too, Zehra. Okay, let me send it over to Randy now. Randy, you're having a heck of a time with Catherine and with Cash, and I'm wondering, what are you gonna miss the most?
Listen, Trace, you know, we always have a good time. I'm always glasses half full. I'm not going to miss anything. I want to go back to normal. I want to travel. I want to get the restaurant completely open. But that being said, if you're going to, put me in a position here, it's going to be, the evening walks. The fact that you can drink beer on your evening walks and nobody looks at you weird. They're like, oh, it's COVID. He's allowed to drink beer and walk down the street. That's kind of nice. But, we have enjoyed our family time. I've enjoyed the baking and that kind of stuff, but I'm really ready to get back to it.
I totally hear you. And there is something there's a very relaxed vibe happening, I've noticed in my neighborhood. I mentioned on a show before, none of the men around here are wearing shirts anymore. It's like everyone's just like, clothing optional. It's COVID. Like, it's very interesting, the relaxation that's happening. And Toronto is kind of a buttoned up city, so I like seeing people sort of let their hair down a little bit. That's kind of cool. But I hear you when it comes to the family time and the walks. That's really sweet. Okay, let me head over to Carolyn now. Carolyn, is there something that you are loving from this time of self-isolation that you're going to miss?
Oh, absolutely, Tracy. I will definitely miss, maybe that's TMI, but bra being optional and not having to get dressed up to leave my house and tights at the bottom. I am definitely going to miss that. There is a certain level of comfort that it brought. I definitely will miss that. But also in the beginning, I cooked a lot, which was really, really nice. So I think I will find some way to bring that back because I felt like before COVID, I missed that. And COVID gave me an opportunity to really center and find myself at home again with cooking. But we'll keep that bra optional. I don't know, maybe not, but definitely will miss that part.
You know what? There's never TMI around me, honey. I'm from the Burn Your Bra Club, so I'm right with you there. Maybe we can just flip it and have a revolution and we all go back to work without undergarments. Let's see. Let's see if it takes off. Let me head over to Andrea Donsky. Andrea, you're having a good time too with your family. Is there anything you're going to miss when we get back to quote unquote normal?
I am having a good time. So, by the way, I'm with both of you on the no bra thing. So I've been working from home for so long that I just wear tank tops most of the time. So not in a bra most of the time. I know TMI, but I love it. I would have to say family dinners because before COVID, we really, everybody was always in such a rush. My kids would be off to sport. My son plays soccer. My daughter had after school activities. So now every single night we have dinner together and we talk and we're at the dinner table for 2 hours sometimes. So I would say that would be the thing I will absolutely miss the most, the family dinners.
Ooh, I hear you with that. So my thing is I'm super structured and I had really jam-packed days from about 5 in the morning until about 5 at night. And now that I've loosened up a little bit, I don't know how I will go back to that. The kids can sleep in the mornings, even though they wouldn't sleep past 8 o'clock. It's just not in their DNA. But mornings are a little bit slower and they have a proper breakfast and there's no lunch to pack and to make to get them out the door. And I don't go to the gym anymore. I just go to my basement. My commute's 30 seconds away. I come upstairs to the guest room. These are great things. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be a very incremental change back into the way things used to be, if we even go back there at all. Okay, well, we asked our viewers the same question, and here's what you told us, and you had a lot to say about this one. Chantel tweeted, working from home, where you don't have to get out of your jammies and your commute is 30 seconds. I'm with her. Laura wrote, we eat better, and I'm afraid when we go back to normal, we won't have the time to cook and eat healthy as we have now. Oh, that's interesting because we're eating a lot worse. Sadie says she's going to miss her kids. She writes, and I love this, I have never spent so much time with them just hanging out. It's going to be hard. Asa is going to miss the peace and quiet, saying, I saw and heard more birds and animals in the neighborhood while humans were in lockdown. I agree with that 1,000%. And Sandy says, I've been enjoying this time of peacefulness. Don't want to go back to the old hectic life, which is exactly what I voice. So thanks for sharing, everyone.